want you to feel it everywhere. Kiss. No, it's not a mystery. We've been thinking.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Ở bên Bóng hiện giờ đây là sáng sớm và Bóng muốn get ready cho ngày hôm nay, muốn trang điểm cho cái khuôn mặt này của mình. Và tự nhiên sáng nay thì Bóng đang có trong tâm trạng muốn chit chat với mọi người, muốn nói chuyện với mọi người về nhiều thứ, đặc biệt là nhiều chuyện liên quan đến chuyện tình cảm và hẹn hò. Cho nên là Bóng lấy máy quay ra, Bóng để mọi người ngồi đây cùng với Bóng để Bóng vừa trang điểm vừa hàn huyên với mọi người luôn. Nhưng mà có một cái twist, đó là Bóng quyết định hôm nay Bóng sẽ nói bằng tiếng Anh để cho mọi người, những bạn mà có đam mê, có hứng thú với việc nói chuyện bằng tiếng Anh á, thì có thể nghe những câu chuyện của Bóng bằng tiếng Anh. Bóng cũng nhận được khá là nhiều request của mọi người ở trên Instagram khi mà thấy Bóng đăng những cái hình, những cái video của Bóng trong thường ngày á, thì mọi người nói là Bóng ơi, có thể show cách mà Bóng trang điểm hàng ngày được hay không. Thì hôm nay thì Bóng sẽ cho mọi người xem cách Bóng trang điểm một cách rất là casual. Bóng hy vọng là mọi người thích video này. Rồi, let us begin. I know about you guys, but my favorite thing to do, my absolutely favorite thing to do in the morning before I do everything else is actually put on my perfume. Because just the act of putting a perfume on already lifts my mood so much, and no matter how tired I am, no matter how moody I am, as long as I put some perfume on me that day, especially if the smell is my favorite smell, then it already sets me up for a better day already. And my go-to for this summer is this perfume by Dossier. It's Floral Violet. If you know me, you know that I love Marc Jacobs Daisy, and this one can deliver the same smell with just a fraction of a price. Dossier has a really cool mission that they would give you all the smells similar to all the high-end fragrances, but they are a lot more affordable and suits really well for all the college students, all the high school students out there that want to smell good, feel good, but on a budget. I have tried multiple smells from them, and honestly, I love all of them. And I also have used Dossier as one of my go-to gifts for my family, my sisters, and my mom. This is one of the Dossier fragrances that I am about to give to my sister. Don't tell her yet. So if you are interested in trying out Dossier, lucky for you because I have a discount code for all of you. So don't forget to use this code to get the discount when you make the purchase on Dossier.com. And now I'm gonna spray myself with this goodness. So bomb. Okay, moving forward. So the first step to my makeup for the day is normally my base, right? And I normally don't wear concealer because concealer is really just dry my skin out, and I have really dry skin if you don't know that yet, especially around my eye areas. So I try to avoid that, and most of the time I use these two products to create a perfect base for my face. The first one is the Etude House Face Blur, and the way I like doing it is I have some on my fingers like this. Then I use the same sponge from the Cushion Foundation and spread it on over my face. I absolutely love the smell of this product. So nice. And yeah, like I promised, I told y'all that I'm gonna talk about some of my dating stuff right now, and it's been interesting, I must say. Honestly, one of the main reasons why I want to make this video is I got inspired by my girl Jamie, because she does talk about her dating life on social media, and I have been relatively private about that until, you know, a couple of months in, and then I would review or I would talk about the boyfriend if I actually start dating them. I just feel like people have the impression that I am a lot more public than I actually am. I keep a lot of things behind the scenes because that's just the way it happened. But yeah, maybe today's the day we change that. Since I broke up with my ex-boyfriend a couple months ago, at this point it's around 5 months now, I absolutely have gone on other dates, because one of the things that I learned from that breakup experience is that I had to go talk to other people, because if not, I'm gonna drown myself with the thought that, oh, my ex-boyfriend is the best. No one can have beat him, because obviously he is a really nice, a really kind, a really capable person. For the longest time I was like, oh my god, I won't be able to find love again. I won't be able to find someone as good as him. And having that narrative is pretty dangerous. So I'm like, okay, let me try to get on a dating scene again and see what's out there and give myself more chances to evaluate other guys and also give it other guys more chances too. I went back on the apps. I was on Bumble and Hinge, and one thing about that is when I got on both of the apps, I got a lot of likes and like swipes and super swipes and roses and stuff, so that was overwhelming, but also, you know, it feels good to know that, oh my god, I am hot on the market. It's like, okay, people are showing interest, and obviously I was like, okay, there are a lot of options to choose from. And one of the dates that I went on that I think about and I laugh about a lot is this one guy that went to Stanford. So he's from New York, from the New York, New Jersey area. He's super smart. Obviously, he went to Stanford. But from the way he told me, he was always so excellent in school, and he's really good at tennis. That was one thing that we were able to connect on. But yeah, again, he's just so different from everyone that I knew in my life before. He's Jewish, fully Jewish. Yeah, they're hella smart. So after just some initial conversation, we were like, okay, let's go on a date. And we went on a date. However, he's just it's like the typical dates of people my age, I guess, but in the US or just in Texas. We met up at a bar, and when I showed up, we had some really good conversation. But the funny thing was, we were trying to outsmart each other as soon as we met. I mean, he told me some of his background. He knows about my school stuff. He knows about what I'm doing with my life, that I'm a PhD candidate. And I don't know how much that struck the interest in him to act the way he did, but we started becoming like two dinosaurs that was like at each other. Not in a way that, okay, we were violent to each other, nothing like that, but it was like we were just trying to be the smarter person on the table. It was so funny. Like, every single thing that came out our mouth, they had to be some upper level kind of observations or piece of knowledge that a normal conversation wouldn't have, or at least for a first conversation with somebody. And that was hella fun, I must say. By the way, I'm using the Moonshot Cushion Foundation. This one obviously from YG, and I'm a big YG girl, so yeah, I've been using Moonshot for a while and I love it. And when I do this, I try to focus on my eye area and lift it up like this, up like that. So at first I just knew that he's from New York and he's Jewish, and then the more we talked, the more I learned that, okay, he went to a really prestigious high school. Then he went to Stanford for his bachelor degree in computer science. So I was like, oh, okay, so you went to Stanford. You're supposed to be at Silicon Valley. Why are you here? And it turned out that he's working remotely for a giant. I don't want to say the name because I want to keep him kind of private too. But yeah, he worked for in the top 5 biggest company in the world. Now I'm gonna move on to my eyebrows. This one is e.l.f. I have talked about this product before, so yeah, watch that video if you're interested in learning about some of the best that's out there. This is one of them, and the color I'm using is neutral brown. So apparently he's working remotely because the company allows him to do that, and he moved to Texas because, you know, it's more affordable than living in Silicon Valley, and that's smart. That's really smart of him. The cool thing is when he moved here, he didn't know anyone over here. So yeah, he just made friends, I guess, from either dating apps or from going to the bars and sitting there and talk to people, which is really respectable. And his favorite thing to do on his days off are either play tennis or play poker. He plays poker online with his brother, and apparently from what he says, it's really fun. I want to do that too because I like playing poker, and if you can make money from playing that, then why not, right? But one of the most important pieces of information I got from going on that date with him was to get his last name, because on the dating app you don't normally know people's last name, they just list out the first name for privacy reason, obviously. But he did tell me his last name, So I went home and I told my sister, because my sister works for the same company that he works, so she was able to like look him up in the internet system. That first day we went to, I think we went to like 3 or 4 different bars in the uptown Dallas area, and the guy could drink which is good, you know. But yeah, the more I talked to him and then the more we hung out and went on like other dates, the more I realized that we are not good match because of our views on things like social issues or politics. So I was like, hey David, let's just call him David. Obviously his name is not David, but yeah, hey David, let's call him David because I don't think it's gonna work out for us. So yeah, that was that. He totally respected my decision, so that was cool. I will never forget the kind of dates that we went on though. Like, that just show that we're superior to the other person. I think that's also a good pillar to a relationship. But by the way, anyway, I'm using my trusty Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette for my nose bridge. And then I'm gonna move on to using my Too Faced Pumpkin Spice palette for my eyes. I already put whipped cream on this upper area and also lower area right here, so it doesn't create crease. And then it really depends on the day and how I feel and what outfit I'm wearing. But today I think I'm gonna go for it. It's a coral color, really cute. And one thing about this palette or any of the Too Faced palettes is that it smells so good. They smell really good. This one smells like pumpkin spice, obviously. And talking about dating too, one of my golden rules when I go on dates is that I try not to sleep with people on my first date. Obviously, it's really important and it's a lot of people with deal breakers. I just don't think that I would want to do it on my first date. By the way, for this, I'm just gonna put this color at the end, pretty far away from my actual eye, and then move it inward. On this side. But yeah, I think it's just me, but like if I sleep with a guy on my first date, I won't want to see him again on my second date or anything. Like I just don't want to see him after that. It just feels kind of gross for me. And again, this is, you know, just me. Like I'm not in the position to judge anyone for anything that people do, and I absolutely love how other people can do that. I just can't. When I think about that person, whatever we do in bed, it just clouds everything else I think about them. A lot of the time, like people can be pretty clumsy in bed. If it's just from our first date and we don't really know each other, I think they might not be able to show their best ability. So yeah, I try to shy away from that. So that color basically covers everything in my eyes now. And now I'm gonna do the under eye. I'm gonna use Spice Baby. I always go at least a shade darker for my under eye compared to my upper lip. And then using the same color Spice Baby, I'm gonna drag it out from the end of my upper lip. Also, funny thing, for around a whole month, I was on dates with people that have names starting with a J. All the J's in my life. Like I haven't met a lot of people with names starting with J in years, and then it all just happened in 1 month. Yeah, they were all pretty cool. I have to say though, the more I date American guys, the more I realize how a lot of them are really insecure about themselves, which is kind of sad because they really have all the things that people wish for, like a good career, they are attractive, they are healthy and everything, but I don't know, a lot of them are just like, oh my god, I'm not good enough, or it's just strange. And yeah, I think now I'm done with the eyeshadows. I'm gonna move on with my eyeliner. I like dragging my eye like that and start from 3/4 of my eye. Ding! As you can see, that's how I do my eyeliner. Again, like I mentioned, this is very casual, what I normally do every day, so I don't go like crazy, go overboard with my makeup. And the next thing I would do is put on blush, and this one is by Tarte, it's called Peaceful. Such a cute name. Yeah, I like putting it down here and then drag it up to the apple of my cheeks. You can see just having some blush on already makes such a big difference. Same thing over here. And then I love putting some like right on here to make it more like a sun-kissed kind of nose. And then some right here too. The next thing I would do is putting some highlighter on, and this one is by Fenty Beauty by Rihanna. I'm gonna use the shimmer color right here, put it in the corners of my eye, like this, and right here. Some on top of my nose, and people really like put them on here. I don't do that very often because I just think that it doesn't look really natural, and if I do it then I use my fingers for it. But yeah, most of the time I don't. I just mainly focus on this part right here because I think it makes my lips look cuter. So, and the last thing I would do is putting on my lipstick. This color is 525 named Cherry from Dior. Such a cute color. So yeah, this is pretty much it. The only thing left that I would do at this point is to curl my eyelashes. I didn't want to do it right after I put on my eyeliners because I don't want to smudge it, but this is the perfect time to do it now. And just like that, I just completed my everyday makeup look. What you think? The other steps in my makeup routine was really fast, and I didn't have the chance to talk much more about my daily life, my daily updates, but the only thing I can tell you all right now is I'm really happy, so but we'll talk more about that in a different day, okay? And again, everyone that is looking for a good and affordable perfume with some discount, then head to dossier.com and use my code for it. Thank you again for watching this video, and I hope you enjoy your day as much as I will do. Bye bye! I love you all, and I see you again in my next video.